Top Hill Recording Podcast, episode 180. Special guest tonight, Joey Phantom with Church Friends.
Yeah. The song's called Had Enough. Hard to find, ain't no room up in my schedule now. Even though I'm better on my own, it kinda stress me out, cause I don't wanna face this time that I'm wasting, and I can't come to terms with these decisions I've been making. Somebody in my phone showing me attention, tell me that I'm wrong, tell me that I'm tripping, don't know what's going on. We ain't spoken, it's been a minute. At this point I don't remember if I did or you did. It's like, do you even care about what's really going on? All you want is to be right, say you knew it all along. Well, I was never cheating, I can say that as a promise, but you never believe me. Like, come on now, let's be honest. You know that I had options, but never did I choose them. Pick the winning move, but in the instant end up losing. It kinda feel like you always had a point to be proven. Now clearly I can see I had no clue what I was doing, but there ain't no going back. Going back to what? Me plus you, that this isn't that enough. Like what we done already ain't already bad enough. So I'm throwing in the towel, I think that I've had enough of this. And oh, I think that I've had enough. I said me plus you, that this isn't that enough. Like what we done already ain't already bad enough. So I'm throwing in the towel, I think that I've had enough of this. I think I've had enough, cause you always acting up. Always mad for what? Never talk about it, your defense is acting tough. But you know that I can see right through your lies. Hiding from it, but I see through your disguise. Couldn't answer me directly, but the truth is still implied. No, it's not your body language, I can see it in your eyes. For me once the fault is mine, for me twice you out of line. Never thought it would be you really caught me by surprise. Was it wrong to give each other second chances when we knew it wouldn't work? Say I promise this is different, when we knew that it would hurt. When you came into my life, it gave me a new sense of purpose, but the feeling made everyone else around me seem worthless. You took my kindness for blindness. Sometimes I wish we could put everything behind us, but wishful thinking never really got me what I wanted. So I'm trying to fix the issue and right back where we started, but there ain't no going back. Going back to what? Me plus you, that this isn't that enough. Like what we done already ain't already bad enough. So I'm throwing in the towel, I think that I've had enough of this. And oh, I think that I've had enough. I said me plus you, that this isn't that enough. Like what we done already ain't already bad enough. So I'm throwing in the towel, I think that I've had enough. I think I've had enough of this, damn.
Felt good.
Yeah, man. Man, Joey, that was excellent, man.
That was awesome.
I'm glad you sang. You brought that song to us today, because that's one I heard in the car. I was like, that thing just got a vibe to it.
Thank you.
It's got a feel to it.
As Blaze says, I think that one's got shreddability.
Got mad shreddability.
Yeah, Blaze says that about every song, because Blaze has mad shreddability.
That's why we keep him around. That's why we keep him around.
Yeah, it doesn't count for Blaze. Other people got to say that for it to make it true. Blaze can make anything shreddable. So, man, church friends, good to have y'all back again.
Yeah,
be back. Anthony, Aaron, Trey, Blaze, Connor.
Yeah.
Connor, man, bass playing so smooth. It's like an old school R&B record, man.
Yeah, he's on that 6-string bass.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Celebrity.
So Brent's back in the co-host seat tonight.
Brad left us again.
That's all right.
So this is actually Brad's house. He's back in North Dakota for like 6 months.
I don't know if you should say that.
Yeah. Giving away his
We're gonna
location.
be here.
What's the address?
So Brad will not be here
We'll
for
cut it.
6 months. Yeah, I'm definitely editing that shit out. All right, Joey. A lot of times, man, when we have somebody new in, we ask them to take us all the way back and just give us a feel for when you knew that music was going to be something that you just had to do. When did you fall in love with it? Take us back to like early days.
Man, it's a crazy thing because I feel like a lot of times, especially the people that you're surrounded by and where you grow up and stuff like that, something that you're really into isn't always the thing that you think of on the forefront. You know what I mean? So for me, it was always there. I don't think it was until probably like senior year of high school where I was really like, all right, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
So I started writing when I was like, I mean, as early as I can remember, like, I don't know. I remember really being into English class. I remember really liking to write short stories. Just writing in general meant a lot to me. And so I started writing kind of like freestyle raps. And I mean, as you can imagine, being like 11-year-old writing freestyle raps, it was pretty corny. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty bad. But I started writing
somewhere, man.
Yeah, you know, and started writing poetry, things like that. But you know, I went to Trinity High School, so like I was playing sports there. Like my dad played sports and stuff like that. So like that was where I wanted to, like where I thought I should do. But I mean, I'm 5'11", you know what I'm saying, 165. So like I'm not going anywhere doing that kind of stuff.
Sounds like a Bill Belichick slot receiver to me, bro.
Right? Maybe, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, my first, like I guess passion venture, I guess you'd say, was a clothing company. I started that when I was a junior.
Mahalo.
With a few friends. It's called Mahalo.
Okay.
And it actually really started doing good. Like it got into a bunch of local boutiques, started getting in stores out of city. And that's all I wanted to do because I love fashion, I love design. And so I you know, really got into it for a while there. And you know, long story short, it kind of ended on a bad note. One of my business partners decided to start taking some money without us knowing out of the bank account. Things dissolved pretty quickly. So it was a great learning experience. I'm very happy for everything that transpired in terms of that company and everything that entailed. So I think shortly after that, you know, I kind of got mixed up in some things that I probably shouldn't have. And then when it came down to it, it was like all that I had left was music, you know? So at that point, it was like, I felt like I was trying to do a lot of stuff that I did like, but I felt like was like, what's going to make everybody else around me be like, yeah, thumbs up, you know, like that's what you should be doing type shit instead of what I feel like I should be doing for myself.
Okay.
And then so when I started music, it just really felt like it felt right, you know?
For you.
Yeah, it felt right for me. And so I dropped my first song in 2018. It's a lot different from a lot of the music I've been dropping recently. So, I mean, you definitely can see a lot of growth there, but it just really started there. And I think even with that one, I got a little bit of noise in the city and people were like, all right, well, this dude's all right. You know, we could, like, let's see what's going to happen next. And, you know, one of my biggest things for myself in terms of like goals and stuff is like everything I drop's got to one up in the one before. You know? And so I feel like that's kind of what I've stuck to ever since I started releasing music.
I like that, man. I like the thought of beating yourself instead of worrying about other people.
Yeah. Because you can't. You know, there's always going to be like, because we look at ourselves, especially like musicians, like we look at ourselves as like a broad spectrum, like I'm an artist or like I'm a rapper. And so there's always going to be a rapper that's better at me at one thing because there's so many accolades that a rapper can have. And it's like there's always going to be somebody that's doing one specific thing better. If you're always trying to chase that one specific thing, you're going to go away from what you're already good at. That person might be looking at you and being like, yo, this dude's good at that thing, you know? And so you might go away from that. It's like honing in on your skills, you know what I'm saying? One-upping yourself and, you know, just getting better. Because it's like, I don't know the scale in terms of like how long it's going to take me to be, you know, on the next level that I'm trying to get to. And it's not necessarily my worry at the moment. It's just about beating myself every time. You know?
Okay. So, you know, I wonder, it feels like to me, like, you know, you talk about writing and loving to write. Do hip hop artists and rap artists get the credit for being writers? It seems like they just...
Great question.
You know, there are so many people that write off what it takes to write a hip hop song or a rap record or to have anything make sense like that. It feels like they get shortchanged for not being writers. Do you ever feel that, or do you not give a shit? Who cares?
I definitely give a shit. Yeah, that's something that I care about a lot. Somebody who's a writer, a lot of times when I look at music, I often my attention directs towards lyricism
Mhm.
because it's something that matters to me a lot.
Yeah.
You know, where I'll ask one of my producer friends, and they'll be like, I'll send them a song, be like, dude, this shit's crazy, and they'll be like, I mean, that beat was all right though. I mean, it was fine, and I'm like, bro, you're not listening to what he's saying. And so it's all about the perspective on that, for sure. But yeah, for me, I feel like a lot of, and I'm not gonna say every artist, you know what I mean? Not every um, rapper could be held to a high standard of being like this is a poet, But
Mhm.
I think there are so many artists that like, I mean, even like somebody like Jay-Z, I think some of his works got put into like this library of like, yeah, like the Book
I've
of Congress
seen
or
that
something. Like, what was it? Like
book
something
of
like
his
that.
shit. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but it's these when you really like, I think for me too, like when I hear a song, I'm like, yo, this is insane, and I go back and look at the lyrics, and I'm like. And like you could, you don't even need a beat. Like you could literally
Mhm.
just read the
Mhm.
lyrics and be like, "Damn, this is hard."
Well,
Like,
and that's when you know if it's. I feel like if you know it's crafted well. I mean, if you can take the music away, and that's any song, that's any work of literature, art, anything. I mean, take away the background noise, and does it hold up? Does it say what you're trying to say? Does it get to the, yeah, man. I just, I feel like you mentioned Jay-Z, and I think Jay-Z he does everything off the top of his head, does it all in studio. He doesn't write anything down, correct? So I think he gets people shortchange that and think, well, he's not a writer. Well, yeah, he just writes when he in that time. Just because he doesn't write it down, it's it's a different
Mhm.
form. Yeah, everybody has their own form and their own way to do things. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just hit me when you said that. It's like I don't feel like that is something that gets enough credit.
definitely not. I mean, um, that's what we spend most of our time doing. Is writing. Like, and it's kind of funny too. Like, I'll show some of my buddies. Like, well, I'll look in my notes, and it'll just be like flipping through like 100 different songs, and like now I only got 18 songs out. So it's like, it's there's so many writings, and it's like the narrowing it down, and like especially me like being very particular,
Mm-hmm.
being almost a perfectionist to a fault. Like
Mm-hmm.
it can definitely get that way, but that's what we spend most of our time doing. Just like someone who's an author, any other kind of writer, regardless of what the outlet is. Like that's where the money making is made. Like right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So.
And along those lines, because I was wondering what your process looks like, because you said you used to like to write short stories and poems. Do the stories or lyrics come first, or do you kind of put it to a beat? I'm sure it depends. And I know somebody else that has notebooks full of lyrics.
Yep.
This guy, binders.
I got a couple, man.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it happens.
Well, as a precursor, I just want to say like writing is so therapeutic. It doesn't
Yeah.
even matter what the intention of it is. Like I think just putting pen to pad or even just writing something in your notes really goes a long way. There are songs that I have personally that I wrote before, or I had my initial beat that I was using on a specific song was different from what I ended up going along with. Because like at one point I was like, yeah, I think this gives off a certain energy, and then like I find this other beat, and for some reason the lyrics just come back in my head, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. Well, let me see what this is, and revisit it on a new beat, and then you're like, all right, yeah, this one's this is better. This gives it this pushes that message across better.
Yeah.
But typically it comes after. I really like exploring beats. I spend a lot of time going through libraries. I spend a lot of time like YouTube, whether it's BeatStars, SoundCloud. I mean, any of it. Like just finding something that catches my ear, because I definitely have a very specific ear when it comes to beat selection. And I've tried to venture out, and I do venture out, but like for me, I think a lot of times it's like that first 5 to 10 seconds when I hear that beat, I'm like, oh, I can hear myself immediately. It's
Yeah.
pretty quick,
To catch you, I mean, it's just calls to you, something about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And so most of the time, I like to listen to the beat a few times, really get and then I kind of just like start freestyling in my head. And if something clicks, I just start writing it down, and kind of goes that way. And I think there's never really like a specific structure. Like I never just start like with the verse and then think about the chorus later. Or sometimes I hear a hook first, and then I'll build it around that. So it's kind of like a puzzle. Like you're looking at all the pieces, and it's like, oh well, I found 3 blue pieces. Like these have to go together. Okay, we got this. I don't know where these go, but this is my first start. It kind of just goes like that. So it's whatever kind of comes together naturally is kind of where I start with
Okay.
music.
All right, so church friends, you guys, I got a real question for you. Brad has a theory. My co-host, he says that since we got the air conditioner, that now, because it's cold when you walk in, when you turn the air conditioner off, it's exponentially hotter. Is that true? You all were in here before. You know how hot this room gets. Is it hotter? It already feels hot.
It's heating up
I feel
fast.
pretty good right now, I'll be honest.
I think it's slightly colder than it was.
Cooler than it was last
okay.
time.
All right.
I'm also
man.
sitting right next to the
Oh, dude. Okay, you're in good
He
shape.
came in and he saw the vent. He's like, I'm gonna pace up over here, yo.
He said exactly where we set up last time, guys. That's where we're setting up again.
sir, yes, sir.
So you guys, the church fan, y'all have been busy as shit too. I mean, you
Yes.
are playing with about everybody in town. Moment,
We
right?
played today.
This is
Yeah,
our
we
second
played
set of the
today.
day, yeah.
Second
Oh,
of the
wow.
day.
Second of the day.
Not for me.
Not
But
everybody, but that's the beauty of the collective.
Oh, it is Sunday. Y'all probably played at church this morning, dude. So, Joey, when did you start, 2016 or 18? All right, so this is just my personal perspective, man. You say 2018, you say 18 songs. I swear I've heard, like I've been, it just feels like as long as I've kind of been back in the scene a little bit, your name's been floating around. So, I mean, I don't know what that says about you, because
Like, is that good or bad?
it has to be.
huh?
Well, it's all music related. So, it just seems like you're kind of floating around the Louisville music scene or something, and have been for kind of have cemented your foot in that scene. Because it's not in a play. You hear of people and you get to know people, but we haven't met until today. But it just seems like you've always been in my stratosphere of local stuff that I hear and have heard for years. So it's kind of interesting for me to know that you're so fresh still. Just a few years in, only 18 songs or so, and still all the stuff that I'm sure you've got coming down the pipe. I mean, I don't even have a question. It's just more of a, I guess, tip of the cap, man. That you've obviously been putting in the work and putting in the hustle.
And likewise, yeah, I've been hearing about your all stuff for a while too. So man, it's really cool to be here on the show, man. So I just want to say thank y'all, and of course, cheers. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Cheers. Actually, I'm
cheers. I already finished
Yeah,
mine, so
Oh, you ready for
y'all
that?
know what type of time I'm on.
Go ahead and do a little clink.
Sir.
clink, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I would clink, but I'm dry.
All right. Well, I think we guys think about doing another song.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, what you got for us?
Y'all ready?
Tell us about this next one a little bit.
Yeah, this one's called Shadow. Like the first song, this one is from my project, my EP, Cycles. This one dropped December of 2020. This specific track is it's a pretty deep one. Kind of like the project kind of goes in an order, in a sense of like kind of falling into a situation, falling out and kind of finding yourself. This one is kind of the intermittent part of like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know. Like, as I say, sometimes I feel like a shadow behind me when I walk through the streets at night, when the lights are shining, the sky is dark. And it's kind of like, you kind of feel like that shadow. You feel like you're not yourself. You're kind of just a reflection of self, trying to figure out who you are, trying to get back into the swing of things. So that's kind of, that's what this one's about.
All right, man. I like that. That's
Man,
deep.
thank you.
Yeah. 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 Okay, sometimes I just feel like a shadow behind me when I walk through the streets at night when the lights are shining, the sky is dark. Going through the motions, floating there as my body walks. Don't even feel like I'm anything at all. Okay, sometimes I just feel like a shadow behind me when I walk through the streets at night when the lights are shining, the sky is dark. Going through the motions, floating there as my body walks. Don't even feel like I'm anything at all. Everything moving slow motion. I don't really feel like going, but what choice do I really got? The world keep moving if I'm here or not. On my way, moving down the block. Not much different from what I've seen. I mean, same thing that I always seem to be. A phantom, this is what I've came to be. All in and a chance of going back. What's free when the soul is still attached? Thought, well, it's time that I passed through, but I'm still here like, damn, what's up with that? Kinda make me reconsider what I thought I've known, but not much that I can do if it's the way it goes, so sometimes I just feel like a shadow behind me when I walk through the streets at night when the lights are shining, the sky is dark. Going through the motions, floating there as my body walks. Don't even feel like I'm anything at all. Okay, sometimes I just feel like a shadow behind me when I walk through the streets at night when the lights are shining, the sky is dark. Going through the motions, floating there as my body walks. Don't even feel like I'm anything at all. Who knows what's next? Got shadows all in my head. How did I end up dead? I still remember you said got shadows all in your bedroom, a place I wish I went back to. Just hope that one day you'll see. I don't wanna leave, but I had to. It's in it for me. I just didn't think that it would be this way. If this is the last thing that you ever gonna hear me say, I just hope that you know that it was supposed to be this way. Oh yeah. Okay.
Dude, I wanted to cheer earlier, but I like that run too much.
Oh, the camera's rolling.
What do we got? You might want to.
That beat drop was legendary. I just got to say that in the SM58. All right?
That was legendary.
We'll see what the tape shows.
Oh, goodness.
Commemorative bottle. This was given to me for my birthday from a good homie of mine. His name's KK. He painted it himself. Got the Joey Phantom on the back. Honestly, I was just kind of waiting for a special occasion to crack this. So, KK, this one's for you, bro.
Oh, man.
Woo! Shout out KK.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Shane.
It's painted, so I really got to like kind of cut this thing over.
I hope he didn't paint it because there's no bourbon inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sweet tea.
Dang, that would be the craziest unveiling.
Like sweet tea, everybody. KK, man, that's a good gift right there.
Ice in here. What do they call it? The Smirnoff Ice?
Oh, yeah, you get iced by KK 3 years later.
Dang, that'd be like one of the best pranks that's ever been put on me ever.
Oh.
If that really did happen, though.
KK would be even more legendary if this is what he did, man.
Shout out, my
100%.
boy. Shout out, my boy.
Oh, my God, that's so good.
Is it amazing?
Wow.
KK, appreciate you, man.
Shout out KK.
Yeah.
Shout out Shade.
Oh, that's better than the 100 proof. That's better than the 100 proof, man. That is.
You might say.
All right, grab your stool, man.
It's
Pull it
15%
back
better.
up. Cheers.
Cheers.
Man, that stuff you
Cheers.
can sip on right there, buddy. That is excellent. Man, thank you.
Yeah, can we get a sponsor for that?
Dude, are you kidding? We would love a sponsor with bourbon.
Yeah.
Jeez. Any bourbon. We'll take shitty bourbon. Except that good shit be even better, man.
That
Lucky
KG.
gentleman.
That KG, 41% vodka. You guys know KG's 41% vodka? Yeah, it's 41% neutral grain spirit.
Dude, that's a
No shit.
No, it says it on the bottle.
Is that real?
Yeah.
The gentleman.
Sorry, tangent.
All right, man. So, a lot of times when I think about live performance with hip hop music, I love this. I love
it's
live
so
band.
awesome,
I love
yeah.
the aspect of. I think it creates a vibe. It definitely creates an atmosphere that live track stuff doesn't touch for me. Having a DJ and all that stuff's cool, and it's easy. I'm sure it's very, very accessible and easy for the artist. But this type of stuff is awesome. I love hearing the live band with hip. I grew up on hip. I grew up on a lot of stuff you say you listen to Wu-Tang, Outkast. I mean, just reading over the bio.
Yeah, word.
Yeah. So like, I just kind of, and that leads to thinking about like live performance for hip hop artists. You know, it is real easy for guys like these guys and me or Brent or anybody that has a guitar or a band to cut their teeth going to bars and playing from 10 to 2. And you know, it becomes miserable if you do it long enough. But when you first start and you're really, really young and ambitious and wanting to do those things, you have so many opportunities. Everybody will give you an opportunity because they'll just say, yeah, you can come, we'll pay you $100 for all 4 of you. And you chomp at the bit to do it. There's no real opportunity for hip hop artists to do that on any real way, is there? To like go to O'Shea's and entertain at O'Shea's.
Yeah, here and there. I think it really depends on the venue. I think it really depends on what's going on. Like I've done some things at like some people's birthday parties. I've done things at certain events. And now I think Louisville really does have a growing hip hop scene.
Mhm.
You see a lot of talent just all over the board.
Yeah.
And a few individuals that are really making a name for themselves right now coming out from Louisville. So I think there has been a lot more opportunities. There's definitely been on the other side of things. Like there's definitely been some venues that have closed down recently. There's definitely been some people who do these like little events here and there that stop doing things. So I think it's kind of the flow of the tide. Like there's a lot of things that happen, and some things go out, and then it kind of comes back. So I think there are a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
But I think it's in a different way. Like if I'm a country singer or I'm a somebody who can do a really dope live set with a guitar, like Anthony did today. You get gigs at like places like bars or Copper and Kings, for instance. Like he had his show today, and the vibe is perfect. It really just matches that, and that's what everyone's feeling. It's a perfect energy. So it's finding. I think it's finding the energy specifically with the artist.
Yeah.
So like if you're some like super like rock punk influence, like almost screamo kind of rap kind of stuff, might not be the kind of place you'd want to perform at, and it's probably might be even harder for you because you're in an even smaller niche to find spots that are going to want what the energy that you're bringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me,
a couple Spinelli's shows.
It just seems like, I think about more than anything, stage time. It's the advantage of guys, like the band that grew up playing in church together. They were on the stage every time that they would say yes, and you get stage time that way. And then you go and have you're talking hours and hours that I just don't think that most rappers get an opportunity for. Even, stage time is important just to get your feel and get your flow and get comfortable and figure out who you are, and continue that evolution. So, do you find that, how often are you up on stage right now? How many performances?
So currently I've really kind of eased back on it a little bit. Right now I'm really finding the balance between making my time on stage count and practice. I think there's a really big difference between the two. I think there's a lot of opportunities that have been given to me where I go on stage, and I might even bring these guys with me, and we might have just about as much on stage as there are in the crowd. So it's like, and it's good practice, and we have a fun time. It's not like I'm like, damn, that sucked. No, we had a great time. But then it comes down to like how much time it takes. Because for me, I really care about live performances.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make sure everybody in the crowd feels something. I want them to leave with something at the least. And have some kind of good feeling about what they just saw, especially if they didn't know who I was. And so I do spend a lot of time on preparation. And so with that being said, if I'm doing a song every weekend, if I'm doing a performance every weekend, it's probably going to take away from a lot of other things that I'm doing in terms of like writing, recording, especially like I still have a day job that I'm working to fund a lot of the things that I'm doing too. So. It's kind of finding a balance, really.
Yeah.
For this last month, I haven't been doing any shows. I've turned down a few shows, mostly because I'm really honed in on writing right now. I'm kind of on what I would call like a personal streak. And so I'm like, I'm really inspired. I'm getting a lot of stuff, written. And although performing live is very important, it's like to build my arsenal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To like get my vault really stacked up. It's like, that's going to hold me off for way longer than this one show is going to.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like finding which one, is the best like decision, to make in the where I'm at personally. So because we did a bunch of shows like March, April, even beginning of May, like we were kind of going hard. Like I did a bunch of shows. We did a bunch of shows together. Was like really going hard. And I feel like that was kind of like my last kind of streak with my last songs that I've released plus my last project.
Okay.
Just to kind of, get that out there one more time, like do one more, and then it's like, all right, now it's like I'm rolling out all this new stuff I've been making.
Is the new stuff ready?
Ready.
Rolling out?
Most of it.
Okay.
So like, in terms of being written and completely done with the writing aspect of things, yes.
All right.
In terms of recording, we're like a third of the way there.
Right.
So yeah, just getting some finals on a few of those, sending off to get mastered, which is a pretty quick turnaround. But yeah, man, it's exciting because like it's like a lot of times I spend a lot of time trying to, like I was saying before, being a perfectionist and worrying too much about the little details, and in turn that was making my release schedule, expand even longer. So it's like I'm spending 3 months or even 4 months in between releases, and it's like that's not all the way beneficial. It's like I might be spending some time getting some detailed things together, but at the same time, it's like when you look at the long-term thing, it's like, all right, well, if I'm doing every 4, that's 3 songs a year. That's not enough.
Yeah.
I can't. That can't happen that way. So, a lot of that, like, kind of easing back and things like that, where to get all that other stuff on the other end together, and then now it's all just about the business aspect.
So
because
is 86 part of the new rollout?
First one.
All right, man. So I know we're going to end with that one tonight, but I'm excited to hear it, man. So tell me a little bit about releasing that. That was just released, what, last Friday?
The 30th, so 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, okay.
Or I think it was today.
Longer than that.
Is it? What day is this?
3 weeks ago.
Today's the 16th.
What is today? 16th?
16th?
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago.
And we're at like, what, 10,000, close to 10,000 Spotify spins.
Man, getting close.
The videos
dude,
getting up there.
It's been really cool.
Got a lot of traction with that one already.
A lot, yeah. And so I was really interested to see how a lot of things panned out in terms of me really honing in on like the business side.
Yeah.
Because like they say, it's like 30% music and 70% business. Like I can be an incredible artist, but if I don't care about the other side of things, like there's only so much that my voice is gonna do, And so I spent a lot of time, months before preparing, like a whole like 30-day rollout from like before drop to after drop, getting a lot of content, doing a bunch of different clips, different videos, promo and things like that.
Yeah.
And it kind of showed that like that did a lot, it really got people's attention. They were like, all right, well, because there's so many different promo pieces that I put out that don't give you enough, and you're like, all right, it kind of makes you want more, So, and I think it did too. So, that, and then, just kind of doing a lot of, just it's the business side of things. A lot of submissions, a lot of emails, a lot of messaging people, a lot of reaching out to people, even when it feels uncomfortable. It's like, this is what I'm doing, and so people that support me.
It caught my ear when you mentioned the being a junior in high school and having a clothing line or a business, because that makes sense to me. Just watching what you're doing now, watching the hustle, watching you put things together to have that type of success in a really short amount of time. So I think stuff like that goes hand in hand when you have that type of thought process. And then you apply it, or the artistic writing, and just to be able to combine
100%.
those things. Man.
Business is business.
Business is business.
Yeah, for sure.
The drive. It sounds like you do a lot of that business side yourself. Do you the production? Do you do a lot of the production yourself too?
Almost none of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, almost none of it. A really good friend of mine, Rob Goodnight, does a lot of stuff with me. And he's been so grateful to sit down and really, kind of tune my sound, perfect it. He knows what I'm looking for. I know what his capabilities are, and it's a really good chemistry on the music side of things. I spent a lot of time kind of figuring out, because this is a good friend of mine, but also he's got a job too. So it's like we try to work with our schedules and stuff like that. And then when I'm like needing something on a short like a short time frame, I really ventured out trying to work with some other producers and things like that. And we never really were able to There's a couple people that was like okay, but like it wasn't the same chemistry. And so I've always just kind of gone back to him. And every time we make things together, it's like it's just so clean. It just works really well.
Yeah.
And so I a lot of credit goes to him on a lot of things that you all have heard. Even this guy back here, we've been working a lot. We get into piano
together.
lessons.
Yeah, I'm teaching him a little piano. We got a couple tracks on the way. Be on the lookout.
I was getting ready to say, speaking of releases, we did have a Blaze Groody release really recently. Tell us a little bit about it, man. Talk about it.
I'll give it I don't want to take away from Joey, but I'll give it a little. I'll drop a little knowledge on it. So I just came out with a 3-track lo-fi like saxophone. A lot of them have like kind of like bap drums. The main thing about those, I was trying to hit those lo-fi playlists, so I wanted to add songs that had have ambient sound, crashing and burp, chirping and shit like that. Kind of like lo-fi saxophone tracks with little melodies, and each track has a little solo in the middle. So it's just I had way too many files just sitting on my computer. I had to do something with them, and there were some of them I just couldn't let go to other artists. I was like, I have to release. Plus, I'm kind of trying to establish myself as and I have a lot of tracks with Joey out already, and we got a lot more coming, and I have tracks coming with other artists. So I'm like, right now, I'm in the process of just releasing shit instead of just holding on to. Sometimes it's really actually surprisingly hard to just release the stuff that you have, because like you're so
can't get it back,
of,
man.
Like, is it gonna sound like shit? And then it doesn't. It sounds amazing, and people love it. So
yeah, man,
that's awesome. I love it, man.
Yeah, dude, you're definitely staying
So
busy.
Cool.
So I guess it's officially time for Weston's question.
Do I have to ask him since I'm sitting in Brad's chair?
Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely. Do you remember him?
Man, yeah, I've heard these enough.
I thought you were gonna say no.
No, I was just say. So I guess we'll go around the room for everybody. But the church friends have probably already heard these questions, so you guys come up with a different answer than last time. All right. So the first question is: tell us something non-musical about yourself that everybody should know.
Start with me.
Yeah.
Non-musical, man.
This is generally the hardest question.
No, it is a tough one. It is a tough one. I'm a family guy, man. I really care a lot about my family. We're very tight-knit, close family. Mean a lot to me. We spend a lot of time together and stuff like that. So, I mean, above everything else, that's definitely what means most to me, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I want to say I want to say something about mushrooms, but I feel like I can only say so much on this podcast right now.
You can say whatever you want to say about mushrooms.
I love mushrooms, man. I love them. but yeah,
excellent.
There you go. 2 things about me. That's all you need to know. Family and mushrooms, man. That's all you need to know about me.
When he walked in, I thought, man, he looks like a fun guy.
Wow. Hey, he's got it. Oh,
I am a dad, y'all.
Yeah, that was good. I don't think I've ever heard that used in a better way. Like I've heard that before, but it's not been. That was good.
Appreciate it.
Kudos.
I said it before Brent could.
You beat me too, man. Damn.
All right,
That's
Anthony,
why I wore the shirt. But yeah,
Anthony, it better be good, man. No disappointments over there.
Last time I was.
You know what they say when you say, "I paint houses."
I'm Italian too.
And you just moved to New York?
I just moved to New York.
And he just moved to New York.
When did you
guys
move
in
to
the
New
mafia.
York?
Hold on a second.
it's feeling very
garbage
mafioso.
It's trying to get the garbage
Yeah,
business. Is your last name Soprano? So, what prompted the trip, and how recently did you move to New York?
Like 2 weeks ago. So this is.
I was going to say,
wow.
when the hell?
So I did that, and then.
So did you move up for an opportunity?
Nothing specific. I mean,
just music. Okay.
The trigger, man.
That's awesome.
Hey,
Bet on myself.
Shooting from the hip.
Good.
Like the
How you
initiative,
do it?
man. Best of luck. Yeah,
How you do
it's
it?
awesome.
All right, Aaron, hiding in the back.
Do
What
y'all
you
have
got for us,
like a
bro?
sound effect where like you do like a crowd cheering or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it.
I don't know, man. I have a Blackstone grill, and I
Oh.
really like grilling.
You're the grill master?
Yeah, I'm not gonna call myself the grill master. I'm not gonna say I'm a chef or anything. But I do have a good time. Down some like hibachi or like some steaks, some burgers, whatever you want.
Best way to cook a
So
steak
good.
on the Flatstone,
Yeah.
on the Blackstone.
My brother has 3 of those.
How do you do it? What's the best way?
I like a good like 4
Okay.
flip.
Uh-huh. High heat?
Sometimes, to be honest. Cast iron into the
Right into the. That's
yeah,
the
man.
best.
Just for like a couple minutes.
The best steak I ever made was that. It was like 2 minutes into the thing for 3 minutes, and I let it sit in it.
Temperature, because I need to write this down.
It was hot as shit. It was hotter than shit. It was hotter in this room.
Personally, and you
I
can't
think
forget
so.
the butter, and then just
Butter.
some salt and pepper, man. Like you don't need anything.
Area
Like,
something, man.
Yeah, you put
if
some
you want to go
rosemary.
crazy, you
If you're
can.
trying to
Like,
get
salt and
fancy.
pepper.
Yeah, dude. The best steak I ever cooked was just like that. Sear, and into the oven. All right, Trey.
Dinner at Aaron's, though.
That's what I'm saying, man. Band practice at Aaron's. That's
what we did earlier.
That's what we did
There you
today
go.
twice,
There
actually.
were no steaks there, just for dinner.
What you got, Trey?
Next time,
Yeah,
though.
a couple days ago, I think it was Thursday night, I'm putting a pizza in the oven and preheated that thing with the stone in there, and the stone's got these metal handles on it. And I'm talking on the phone with my roommate. He's got me all like fucked up. And I throw this pizza in because it's preheated. I realized I didn't season it first, right? So I whipped the oven back open, went in there fast, and grabbed the pizza, the preheated. This is 425 we're talking about. Grabbed it with 4 fingers just long enough so I've got pretty significant burns on like my most important drumming fingers.
Yeah, 6 fingers left.
Dude.
We played a show on Friday night, the day after that, and then one earlier today and tonight. So my fingers are just.
Bet you feel
They're
good.
like, why does this drummer have gloves on, man? Like, it's hot out here.
That's it.
All right, Blaze, what you got, brother?
Well, I think last time I was here, I was driving my old piece of shit car that just had so many problems. Literally, when I bought my house, same day I was moving in my house, transmission went out. I had to drop $2,300 on it. It was a piece of shit car. I was just fixing it up so much, I just couldn't fucking take it. It was starting to make new noises after I just fixed it. And like, you know, when you hear the same old noises, you're like, okay, I know what that is. But when there's new noises, you're like, okay.
Time to go.
I no longer feel safe in this car. But anyway, I just got a new sick-ass black murdered out Jeep.
Hey,
It's fucking
nice,
raw.
man.
And every time I
God
drive it, I
damn.
get a fucking boner. No, so I've been really enjoying driving
Hey,
recently.
man, can I drive your Jeep?
Hey, I've got a Jeep. I've got a Jeep too.
Hey, if I end up with one, I'm getting one. I'm like, God,
No, seriously, it's
we're getting
sick,
a Jeep,
man.
babe.
Jeeps are dope. So that's been something really dope in my life. Did a goddamn shit ton of lawn work today, and I'm trying to remodel my front flower beds.
You got a riding mower, don't you?
Yes, I do have a riding mower. I was riding that sucker today.
Guys live in luxury.
Hey, you are
Seriously.
living the
Well,
life.
my
back there.
backyard's so huge. I'm planning on putting some like raised flower beds in the backyard, grow some tomatoes and basil, fucking whatever else. So, but my backyard is so huge. I really do need this riding mower. And the guy that sold me the house gave it to me for like $500. I was like, thank you so
Nice.
much, dude.
Easy
Get some
peasy.
chickens, bro.
Yeah, some chicken.
Get a coop.
Yeah.
I could build a whole nother house on that backyard lot. Like it's so fucking fat. I could put chicken coops and garages and whatever the hell else. But anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to do a little landscaping around my house. Got a new Jeep. You know what else is going
Life
on?
is good, bro.
Life is good. Fucking
Release an
jobs,
album,
gigs,
release
hustling.
an EP. I mean,
Yeah, I
what-
just dropped the EP with a sick
I
video. By the
mean-
way, if you haven't seen the video, peep the video. My buddy Jonathan Cullen shot an incredible video for me, and I'm literally so proud of it. It's the most incredible thing I've ever been a part of, ever. But yeah, that's me. Connor.
Second to this.
I can attest that shit's dope as fuck.
Pardon me. Second to this.
All right, Connor, what you got, brother?
Shit, y'all, I'm the only father in the group, so like my life outside of this is doing that.
There you go. I
don't do a
understand that
lot else.
100%.
Shouts out to you though.
I got a bitchin' new car. It's a RAV4. It's real safe.
Gotta start taking those bitches.
Real safe, affordable. It's
So,
it's reasonable.
what are kids' ages?
I have one. She's about to turn 2 here in September. So
Great age, man. Congratulations.
great age.
Enjoy it. My baby's 22 or something. She's old. And it happens quick. Snap of a finger, bro.
Oh, way too quick.
Really, really fast.
All right. Next question.
Well,
And
number 2.
we can do this as a collective if
All right, there
y'all
we
got
go.
something. But it's tell us about a nightmare gig or something crazy that's happened on stage or performing live.
Man, which one do I go with?
There's been a couple.
I'm gonna do 2 quick real ones because I want to do 2 different aspects of it. One was earlier on when I was just kind of picking up any gig I could. There was this one. It was at this like art gallery. I swear to God, it was a karaoke mic. They had like maybe like a 1 foot amp. Like it was like I don't even know what this thing was. Everyone was on the same level. Kept cutting out. I think it took me like 30 minutes to do like 3 or 4 songs. Like in between every song, it was like they're trying to figure something out. So that was pretty bad. And then this one, everything else was good. It was just the one thing that kind of threw us off. One of our most recent shows that we did with most of the cast behind me. We were down in Lexington, and we were at this opera house. And I think it was the first one for me where I couldn't hear myself at all. I don't know if the front speakers went out or what was going on. But I was solely going off of drums. Like I don't even know. I couldn't hear myself at all. I think we all walked out of that performance and we're like looking at each other. We're like, did we just completely fuck that? Or was that okay?
Or was that
okay?
I think that
it was a huge
good.
stage.
But
it was
what was
a
crazy
huge stage
for
too.
me,
Like the crowd and
what was
audience
crazy
stayed
is
huge.
there were some people that were taking videos there, and so like we were like went to eat out after, and we're sitting there, and I was looking at this video, and it just sounded so clean. I was like,
Are you
thank
serious?
God. But like I had no way of knowing what had transpired. So that's what I get.
I guess at the end of the day, what the audience hears is more important than what you hear on
For
stage.
sure.
'Cause, man,
Sure.
I'm
I
sure.
feel like I know which one you're gonna say.
Be the
but go
case
ahead.
Oh yeah, I was humbled today, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah?
Today. Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I mostly just play guitar for people. But I've been doing some lately, and I had a set of compared on some stuff. Classic.
Been there, done that.
Classic.
I
Not
hear you.
even- It's like y'all were talking about.
Yeah.
About like there were the guitar.
Yep.
Suddenly I'm trash at guitar, and then I'm thinking about that. But these guys came up and saved my ass. We learned
Nice.
literally this morning, and then we went to the.
Awesome.
It was all good. Be thinking about that one for a long time. Never again.
Funny story about that. We had got the set list for today from Anthony, and one of the songs, the jazz standard he referenced, has the same name as a Joey Phantom song. So I didn't ask for
Summertime.
clarification, but I like went and practiced and learned the Joey Phantom song to show up today, and they're playing this jazz standard, and I'm like, there's a miscommunication here.
Hey, good news on the drums playing jazz. You can just do whatever you want
That's
to.
exactly what I did.
Fine. Fine, man. Just hit
We
whatever.
played it 3 different ways.
Yeah, I was like, hit whatever you want, and
That's
whatever
funny.
time you wanted to ever.
I changed the time signature on him right before we started.
Played it 3 different ways of practice and then a 4th way at the show. Like
It was excellent.
funny.
as long as it worked. All right, next we'll have y'all go around quick and tell us the last local artist that you've listened to or somebody you want to pitch very quickly.
Alan
It
Price,
can be
I
local,
think,
regional.
for me.
What,
Just
yeah.
independent,
Yeah,
man. That's
Niece
the
the
most-
nymph. Niece the nymph.
Literally, both of those answers were answers I had. So,
What is it?
Niece the Nymph and Alan Weiss.
I bought Joey's stuff.
Oh, that goes without saying. Yeah,
Like
dude.
a lot of these we have to.
Goes without saying for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't play drums unless I really do like the music.
Oh.
Joey's stuff.
For me, I've been listening to this guy a lot
Yeah.
because I love jazz. So like,
Appreciate that.
yeah, this guy's on the next level for sure. But somebody else I listen to consistently. He's from Louisville as well. His name's Path, R&B artist. Dude's extremely talented. Absolutely love all of his music, and it's on my playlist and stuff. So it's always popping up. I think that was the last person locally that I listened to. But yeah, but I've been listening to the other.
Rosario as well. I just had to get that out there. Rosario, y'all should have
Facts.
him next episode.
Facts.
We'll have to reach out for sure.
If we're talking about this too, we got to mention Shayro over here. Woo! Boy Shayro. We
Nice.
just had a show on Friday.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Where at?
Up at Kaiju.
Okay. How'd it go?
It went pretty well, man. Playing, it was me, Rosario, and then Alan Weiss.
Okay.
Rosario,
backed
man. I'm telling you.
He went in, man. He sounded great, and backed up Alan Weiss. I thought it was pretty. It was my first time playing.
Right on.
If I was gonna shout out another local artist, it would be A.D. Kendall. Her not too long ago, she
Yeah.
released a "Don't Forget the Dot" was one of her albums that she. I can't.
Awesome. All right, you ready to hear another song?
Yeah, man.
Do it.
What you got for us,
ready.
man? What you got?
Yeah, this next one is an unreleased track. This one is called "Move Your Body." This is definitely a more upbeat track. I think I really just wrote this one to try and get people moving in the crowd. I think a lot of mine, some of my songs get really deep. Some of mine are very lyrical, and a lot of times you're sitting there like listening, like, oh, he said that. Oh, damn. Oh, what's that? Okay, damn it. Like, it's just like very, very neurotic in a way.
All right.
This one's just like this one's definitely a good vibe. Like a definitely got a specific energy to it for sure.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah. Come on. Top Hill. We in this motherfucker, let's go. Okay. Like I said, this song is called Move Your Body. Yeah. Said I was downtown, riding around, rolling on dubs. Tended to the party, late was waiting on the plug. Thinking I wonder if one day I'ma fall in love. Cause right now it's just the drugs and money, can't get enough of it. We get it poppin' every time we in the club. Partners pulling up, Patron propelling my buzz. Who really ain't here with us? I'm in with everybody, was working every day this week. But tonight we just wanna party like who gives a fuck? Who you with and what's your name? Cause once I turn it on, you know it's all gon' feel the same. Straight to the brain, flowing through it like a river, let it go. And if you feel the same, I hope that you gon' let me know. How about another bottle, cause the other getting low. The beat was getting so hot, thought I was dancing on a stove. 2 million miles away, the only place I'm about to go. Tonight I'll be in my zone, you know how we do it. In love with the music, and the way that you moving, it's making me lose it. Oh my God, it's almost confusing. The way that you doing, that thing that you doing. See how you move, the way you moving, you must practice in the mirror. I'm seeing what I wanted, just couldn't be any clearer. I'm trying to keep my composure, it's hard looking at you, thinking about all the freaking things that I wanna do to you. So just move your body, let your mind relax, keep winding that. Move it from the front to back, so fine and fact. Wish I could rewind it back, cause I ain't ever seen nothing like that. Move your body, let your mind relax, keep winding that. Move it from the front to back, so fine and fact. Wish I could rewind it back, cause I ain't ever seen nothing like that. Man, I'm so gone. Probably shouldn't have been mixing bourbon with Patron. Yeah, I know. I said I wasn't gonna do it. It's just the way I feel every time that I hear the music. I don't know. Whatever it is, I feel that's deep in my soul. A perfect little pig, so pop that thing like you a pro. Might make you my lady. I can take it on the road. Come with me, it's time to go. Cause baby, I just checked my phone. Said 3:45. And I know that you the one that's coming with me tonight. Ain't a chance that I be worrying about some other dude. Cause ain't no way that he can do the things that I'm about to do. I'ma show you what it's talking about. Talking about the way you move and make your mama proud. Lil' mama, how you make you fit inside them little jeans. On everything, you the baddest thing that I ever seen. So bring it to me and move your body, let your mind relax. Keep winding that. Move it from the front to back, so fine and fact. Wish I could rewind it back, cause I ain't never seen nothing like that. Move your body, let your mind relax, keep winding that. Move it from the front to back, so fine and fact. Wish I could rewind it back, cause I ain't never seen nothing like that.
awesome.
Beautiful.
Maybe the cleanest we've ever done that. It's crazy because we're already playing so quiet in here, and then coming down with those even quieter dynamics.
Mhm.
It sounds beautiful, man. Yeah, it's so smooth.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it creates, it does create a lean in, man. You know, it's anytime you have dynamics like that can raise, lower, disappear completely, come back on time, do the things. It's just, it creates a lean in effect, man. Yeah, that was awesome. All right, you guys. So, Joey, for anybody looking to find you out live, catch you on Spotify, catch your socials, where can they find you?
Man, y'all can find me anywhere. If you just type in Joey Phantom, it should pop up. I'm on Instagram at Joey Phantom Music. Same with all my other social media handles. Anything you listen to, whether it's Pandora, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, I'm there. So just look up Joey Phantom. Give me a follow, man. If you're on social media, reach out. Love to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Love talking about music. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come find me, say what's up.
I will also say, check out Church Friends on Instagram, Blaze Grudy on Spotify with a new record.
Shay Risky.
So check it out. Yep, absolutely.
Oh, nine.
So, all right, man, this last song you're taking us out, brand new release, 86, right?
86, man. This is the latest latest drop. This one is about. So this one's got a lot of lyrics in it that without maybe understanding the behind the scenes things might give some people some questions. So this song 86. First of all, the first line is messing with my money, that'll get your ass 86. I'm a server. I actually serve at a restaurant. That's my
wife works in the restaurant industry, man. I know the term 86
you know what I'm saying?
quite well.
Whether you're in videography or in a restaurant, 86, very well known. So like this song is really about really pertains to my first couple almost contractual agreements that went awry. Almost every single one of these was the same process. It was somebody finding me, somebody giving me my flowers, pampering me, giving me things, and telling me they can do all these things, and then promising me things, and then the paper gets put on the table, and it's like, this is nothing that we even discussed. So it really pissed me off, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's especially something that means so much to me. Definitely made me feel the type of way. So I resorted to my pen and pad and wrote this song, kind of comparing that and how I'm about to blow up to the explosion of Chernobyl, which happened in 1986. So I say something like the day after my birthday in 1986. So I was born on April 25th in 1997. The explosion of Chernobyl happened April 26th in 1986. So that's what that reference is to that part of the chorus. So that's really it. But the song's called 86.
There you go. Yeah. Messing with my money, that'll get your ass 86. Accidentally triple dosed myself, was up from 8 to 6. Found I had a triple of my cake, now all the candles lit. Something like the day after my birthday, 1986. Let them know that we bout to blow. Oh, like Chanel, but we bout to blow. Oh, let them know that we bout to blow. Oh, let them know, yeah. I was working round the clock, but you ain't even noticed. Interrupt my flow and try and tell me I ain't focused. Heard it all, I seen the contracts, they was bogus. These my greatest hits, they label this my magnum opus. You fucking with a sick in the head, Kentucky bred motherfucker with a clip full of lead. Now I'm running in this bitch, I ain't even hear what you said. Ain't with the hootin' and the hollering, just give me the bread. That's how I'm doing this game. I'll take the total and divvy it. Rather do it on my own than have to deal with an idiot. If I said that I'ma get it, guarantee that I'm getting it. I'll get rich or die about it, motherfucker, I'm 50 Cent. And I know that there's many men that benefit from me falling off and dying out. Jealousy is a disease. Said I had to thank the universe for always blessing me. But Lord, please don't ever let me end up like these DUDs. They never blow off in nothing. I get it sparking in this bitch. So remember where from I started, ain't getting lost with all this shit. Cause I know that it's what they wanted. I heard them talking about that shit. So if the money ain't on the table, then I'm walking out that bitch, But I won't let that happen, no, not for nothing. All this money in the game got me buck hunting. Steady with the aim, line them up and get the bussin'. Better get the ducking, I don't play for nothing. If you messin' with my money, that'll get your ass 86. Accidentally triple dosed myself, was up from 8 to 6. Found I had to triple up my cake, now all the candles lit. Something like the day after my birthday in 1986. Let them know that we bout to blow. Oh, like Chanel, but we bout to blow. Oh, let them know that we bout to blow. Oh, let them know, yeah. Top Hill. Out here with the church friends and Blaze Grody. You already know it's Joey Phantom. Yeah.